Hello, Lodgettes. Welcome back to another video. I know I've been away from YouTube for a minute. I've been working like a crazy person. Yes, I have a job now. But I want to talk about an old acquaintance that hit me up the other day, and what a joke. But also, I want you guys to enjoy my intro. Eh. Hi, hope you guys enjoyed my intro. I hope everyone's having a great day, great night, great evening, whatever time you watch the video. But here we go. I want to talk about I want to talk about an old acquaintance of mine that I used to do music with, and he basically used to produce me. I used to record. He had like recording equipment, and I used to record. And he gave me a hard ass time. He gave me a hard ass time recording, and then it got to a point where I basically just had to like do things on my own, and stuff like that, and basically to kind of like tell the story is like this. I'm gonna tell the short version because I don't feel like telling the whole long story. um, Pretty much, basically, I became a jerk, basically, and I ended up losing two friends who were basically acquaintances to me. I don't really, care for them as much anymore. I care for them as human beings. I wish them the best and best of all luck, and I don't wish any harm on them, but I don't really care for them as much anymore. But that's just me being honest. But anyway, basically, I was being a jerk, and they basically kicked me to the curb. And then I started to find out some more tea, some more information, and one of the people basically was like had a whole mental breakdown, and the other person, was still doing music, but he was becoming more arrogant and ignorant and think he was a shit. And like, no offense, like this person is very talented, but like it's funny because it's like when I became a jerk, they wanted to separate themselves from me, but it's okay for another person to separate themselves and then become more of a jerk, because this person was a jerk, but you can be okay with this person, but now he's just a complete jerk and thinks he's the shit and thinks he's famous. So I'm just like, yeah, no. I mean, like, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm pretty sure there are so many people who have met me and probably think that I am the worst person in the entire existence. And personally, everyone has their opinion, and they can think whatever they want to think. Because I can, like I said, people could say the same thing about me. People could say I'm a jerk, I'm annoying. I know I can be annoying at times, but like I do mean well. But in this particular case, this person became a jerk. This other person ended up having a nervous breakdown, hanging around the wrong people, and you got me, who had to do some soul searching and basically get my shit together. And also, the friend who was having the nervous breakdown, not the jerk, the friend who was having a nervous breakdown, she had introduced me, but before we all separated and all did our own little soul searching. And by the way, I'm still soul searching to this day. But anyway, I met this guy named Nema through her, and I thought he was I mean, I still think he is an incredible person, no matter what. Just very controlling, very he thinks he's this guru guy. I mean, he can be, but like he thinks he's this this guru god. He thinks that he is all that, and and he's extremely spiritual, which one reason why I think I connected so personal with him, because I'm very spiritual myself. But he believes in his own little spirituality. I believe in my higher power. Everyone has a different higher power. My higher power is Jesus Christ, and other people have, Buddha and and so many other different, like, religions or whatever, spiritual, whatever you are. But anyway, but and I think that's probably which is why I connected so perfectly with him. But like, he had his flaws, I had my flaws. And mind you, I'm gonna throw myself under the bus, because I'm not perfect. and and we just clashed because like I basically wanted to go into the studio and record, but also when I started doing music, I wasn't working. And obviously, people who are famous and who do have, are under a record label or under their own record label, you do have to pay these producers and these engineers. So I didn't have a job at the time, so I couldn't pay him. So, he kind of made it extremely difficult for me to, to get where I needed to get to, because, I wanted to record my music, and I wanted him to, I wanted to release my music, but he had other ideas, and at the time, I was looking for fame, and then of course, once that whole situation happened between me and the other two people, it got to a point where I needed to do some soul searching, and then I did some soul searching, and at that time, and I basically came to a conclusion that I did not want to be famous. I just wanted to sing and be happy and call it a day. And I was like, maybe singing is not, for me. I do have a nice little voice, and I'm very grateful that I do have a nice voice, and I thank God every day. But it got to a point where I was basically okay with the fact that I wasn't going to have a singing career, and I was just like, well, I can record, and I was like, as long as I got a job, I can, I can find a studio and record, record some songs, some original songs or some covers or whatever. And I was like, I can do that. And then obviously, I'm kind of like fast forwarding a little bit. So basically, me and Nema, we basically kind of like parted ways, and then of course, I didn't do music for about maybe like 6 months to a year, and then I got a job the following year, 2017, and I was working my butt off, working my butt off. I got the job in February. I didn't start recording until the summertime, and I don't know why I wasted so many months instead of the summertime to start recording, because I did that, and then I ended up here in Mount Holly. And I had plans, for the songs. I was going, cause like I said, I was gonna promote it through, social media, and I was gonna go out to like open mics and promote my music and get my stuff heard, get my stuff out there in the world, and maybe meet some people. And then like everything kind of like crumbled on me, and I ended up down here in Mount Holly and going through my trials and tribulations, and stuff like that, as you go through, as which as you go through as a human being. And yeah, and then here I am now, a year Jesus, about 2 years later, because I haven't released any new material in almost 2 years. I know 2 years is like, it's nothing, but like in the music world, 2 years is something. And it's like, for me, like, because like, I don't know if it's just me, but like, I know for a fact for an artist who hasn't released any new material in like 2 years or 3 years, that's like a century to most artists. Because like, when you're like, because like basically, because like, I was releasing music, because my first era of music, I call it, I was releasing music back to back, back to back, and I waited a year later, and then my second era was still kind of close to my first era, because I released, I think, like 3 songs in 2016, and then I released one song in 2017, and then the last two in 2018. So the songs were kind of close together, kind of, sort of, but they were just like a year apart from each other. So, so I was like, I was releasing music back to back, and I was working, wasn't making a whole lot of money, so I couldn't really, I couldn't, it made no sense to like, try to record if I didn't have any money. So, but yeah, but then like, then recently Nema hit me up, and me and him was talking, and of course, we just didn't understand, and he wasn't really being empathetic. I you know, because like, I like people to be empathetic, you know, towards me, because like I'm very empathetic towards someone else, but like you can't be empathetic to someone if you know that they're nuts. again, again, as I said in the beginning of the video, like you know, there are some people in this world who probably thinks that I'm crazy, I'm nuts, and I know I am a little nutty in the head. I can admit that I'm very nutty in the head. I'm a little special, and but at the end of the day, you know, I feel like you know, like I don't know if it was, I don't know, like part of me is like you should do it and you know put your pride aside, and the other part of me is like, do you really want to like go through that hell again like you did before? But also I can speak up for myself and let myself be heard, because before I was, you know, I would show a lot of attitude and wasn't really like, you know, saying how I truly felt. So it was it was a lot to take in, you know, when I was younger. I was a lot to take in. I was very overwhelming. I know I was. But overall, but I just feel like, you know, like I think I'm at a point where it's like maybe I should, you know, go back to him, because you know, like he did kind of like make me have a great sound. But also the producers that I went with the second time around also made me have a great sound. Also, you know, so I was, you know, I felt I don't know. I'm just I basically I feel like you know because but like because you gotta remember that not every producer is meant for a certain artist, and I've only been with maybe three people, and you know, basically, I like when I stopped talking with Nema, I took his instrumentals to a different producer, and he basically like you know cleaned it up, and I was able to actually record and stuff like that, and I loved it personally. I loved the fact that I was able to just you know go in, record, pay, and leave. You know that's how it's supposed to be, but you know Nema's nuts. But I love him either way. But I don't know. I tried to get this off my chest because I was just like I really wanted to talk about it, and yeah. But overall, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for listening to my rant, and I'll definitely see you guys very soon. I'm definitely gonna be singing in my next video. Hopefully, that's you know fingers crossed. Maybe I don't know whatever cover you guys decide what my next cover should be if anyone does watch it my video. But I just want to say thank you so much for the love and the support, and I just want to say thank you. And I have 138 subscribers. I'm extremely ecstatic and I'm happy, and thank you. This means the world to me. Seriously, this means the entire world to me. So this is Elijah Jones. I'm out. Peace out. And I'll always what? Love you. Deuces.